What's going on, man? What's going on, man? You tapped in with your boy D Class, man. We on Beats and Blunts, man. I'm here with my boy Cobra the Assassin, man. What's the deal, bro?
I'm cooling, baby. With the deal, baby.
Good,
I'm
man.
ready,
So
man. I'm ready. Come and talk about some music and about this New Orleans Hip Hop Festival, man.
facts, man. Yo, man. So we tapped in, man, to this New Orleans Hip Hop Festival, man. We had Boss D on here. He kind of gave us a rundown a little bit when we had him on here. But you know, we here with the man himself, man. So man, tell him how it started, man. Give him a little background of the festival, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, about 12 years ago, we started a hip hop magazine in New Orleans, and it was mostly because when I was a young artist in New Orleans, like in the 90s, like I had to go out, like I had to go to New York to get a deal, and then and even in that, even though I had got a deal with a major label at the time, with Island Records, it was just hard, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have like no publications, and that was like my thought process, like when I came home from the Navy, my mindset was like, man, New Orleans needs, like when I went to New York, when I lived there, it wasn't just like the Source. It's like you'd be on the subway and they have a newsstand and it'll have like 30 different hip hop magazines in the newsstand, like for
Right.
each borough. You know what I'm saying? Like Long Island just had, it'd be like 6, 7 hip hop magazines, just Long Island, you know? And it was like, and I was like, dang, like we ain't got this at all, So then when I came home, that was my goal, and that's how I just started tapping in with artists, and we start out online, and then you cross like that bridge of like, how am I gonna make money, and like everybody's on the online game, but then when I go talk to like business owners, local business owners don't want their product online. They'll be like, man, I need somebody. They'll be like, oh, I spend money with you. Or I want to spend my money with you, but how I guarantee my product getting seen if it's online? So then I felt like that was God telling me I need to like go in the paperback. So then once we ran on paperback, then we was able to get ads. Like ads started coming in because it was physical. And then we just started dealing with like being black, like a black company, and then like all the doorkeepers with the real advertiser money is white, and then you find like these moments where I'm going in meetings and I got on a suit and white people like, like the white woman who the secretary looking at me like I'm like she won't spit on me, and then we went through a phase where it's like before our publication, no publications in New Orleans had like a like magazine quality paper. Like everything was like newspapers.
Okay.
And like so then we started stacking around the city next to like, like the popular joints like the Way At and the Offbeat magazine. And then these white companies, because I wanted companies to see like, yo, this is our product, and look at it stacked next to these white companies. Like we bashing them. So they still didn't do business with us. These other companies then started giving like magazine quality, like the Way At would just do a cover. They went from paper to like a cover. But ours is like a Jet magazine. Like the same year we come out is the same year Jet magazine stops going in print. So then the Offbeat makes a magazine just like ours, but just for colleges. So it really turned into businesses like white business, like where the money at, which you really need. Like we don't have enough money in just black business to make like a media publication soar. So it's like you need like that Coca-Cola and that Freeport McMoran supported type businesses. You
Right.
need those
Big
on you.
dollar, yeah.
Right. But instead of doing business with us, it's like they would just copy our format, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
then for me, it started to seem like, oh, you know what? I could see like New Orleans trying to push me out this way. So then we started doing sponsoring like stages at different festivals, and that's how, as I was saying before we even jumped on, how we started sponsoring stage at South by Southwest, and that started to become lucrative. Just doing it there, but then just seeing, like, I would look around and be in Austin, Texas, and be like, yo, this place is boring as shit. It's like, yo, like if we did this same thing in New Orleans, like this shit would be like the greatest fucking party on earth. Like, and it'd be hip hop, like not in defining it like not rap,
Okay.
like,
So you got a little bit of everything.
yes, yeah. This the first year. This the first year where we got like a little bit of everything. Like really, we really just focused on like art, hip hop, and like the purest art form. Like if dudes wasn't spitting and the beats, they had music that didn't sound like well thought out in the production, then
Right.
I wasn't fucking with it. It wasn't, because you could get that anywhere. You could get McDonald's anywhere. It's like,
Right.
I just wanted to have artists who does more like filet mignon, like coming out at least, like even as we were speaking before, who feel like the music is personal. You could feel when people put their heart into it, and that's like you said, you want to be like a bridge. I wanted to be a bridge for people who like really was putting their heart into it, and it's like, the funny thing about New Orleans, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like that in Houston, but here, like, we got like a super crab in a barrel mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even like when we get to like to the festival point, it's like I've watched artists, and like like they starting out and nobody will give them anything. You know what I'm saying? But they can come to us and they can get put online, get put in a paperback. We ran a radio station for a few years. And then I'm watching people how they move. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, you know, um, we're the platform, but then when their platform builds, you know what I'm saying, it's like, oh, it's never like, oh, you know what, man, T looked out for me, let me look out for him. It's never
Right.
that moment.
Right. Right. It's always that once I make it, and then you forget about the people that helped you.
Righteous. And I, I believe in blessings, what I'm saying. So I see how people move, and I also say, like, your blessing ain't my blessing. You know what I'm saying? I can't covet your blessing. This here is mine. So coming home and starting the festival, like I said, having like our first year we had Kid, which was great because we've had him in the magazine. We've also had him. We had like a great radio interview he gave us, like when he first left G Unit, and that next album he was putting out. And then so Fiend, I want to say Fiend was like the second or third paperback interview we ever had. I want to say, like, out the gate when we first came out in paperback, our first issue was Razcast, our second issue was MJG, and then our third issue was Fiend. So like when he and I were talking about it, I was saying like the hip hop festival is really like the magazine coming to life, because it's like these blessings that artists like gave me, like starting out, like literally a decade ago plus, like now we're coming back around and now we're putting it on stage and it's live. And what's been great in the process is I've made, by doing the South by Southwest shows, I've made so many relationships, been blessed with so many relationships with artists like all across the country. Like it was like a bunch of cats hitting me up from New York, Cali, Virginia. Like when I started posting the Fiend joint, they was like, yo, why you ain't hit us up? And I was like, and
that lets you know that you know what I'm saying, it's bubbling.
Right. And that's a blessing. I'm thankful. I kind of never want to speak out that context of what the Most High put in order.
Right.
A think letter is just like a me thing. So so that's how we really come to, is just the transition of, like at one point, I'm saying New Orleans is so funny, bro. At one point we had a TV show, and it was on this joint called The OWN Network, and we were like the #3 show on the network, and it broadcasted worldwide. So we had like a book author on one time, and dude ran across me in the street, and he was like, you know what, T? He said, man, and I was hearing this a lot then, but I used to, for a while I was a single parent, so it wasn't feasible to me. He was just like, yo, you should leave New Orleans. He was like, man, I was on your show. He was like, man, people have been hitting me up for my book from Africa and Sweden. He was like, from all over the world. He was like, so really, he was like, you know, you're sitting in New Orleans. He was like, but what you're doing has already expanded out in New Orleans. So at that point, once we had the TV show, I'm on the media thing again, because it was like, you know, really, you know, we dealt with like local, like food creators, local fashion, local music. And once you start dealing with like the white-owned television companies, they still wouldn't do business with us. I mean, it really, because we're black. But in turn, what you have now is all the networks here have copied that show's format. Like they do the exact same show. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're not going to do business with me, but
the idea.
But you'll roll with the idea, and, you know, and it just it turns into that thing where after a while, you know, it's like I don't have like the money to fight these machines, right? So after a while, you know, everybody's doing it, and it's like, yo, nobody remember that you were first, you know. And I was telling my wife,
you gotta get on your Soulja Boy, man, and let people know, man, you was the first one, man.
No doubt. I mean, that's what I was saying, like, you know, 12 years ago, like we was doing like the personalized lighters where I could take you, put you on a lighter, you know, and that was like our marketing product, right?
Okay.
And then I would go around like to all like the open mics and stuff like that, and like some rappers would jump on it. But then I'm watching the social media where it's like, I know these people know me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a while. They would call me the lighter man. Like that was like my nickname. Like the lighter man. But then I would see people, instead of you doing business with me, you pop up with not even the same thing. It's it looked something like it, but it's not the same quality. Yeah, because they couldn't figure out like my recipe. You know what I'm saying? They ain't know. I ain't ever tell nobody exactly how I was making mine. So it's like, so you can't copy the same product. So you'll even deal with a lesser product to just not do the business with me. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's crazy, because see, you think like I think, man, and you know, to most people, like they might just look at it as, you know what I'm saying, like that person trying to do like get the cheaper price or something like that. But I mean, it's more about the relationships and the principle of it, to where it's like, man, look, like when you don't have, I'm willing to give it to you.
Give me a drink.
But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just give you the whole idea and then just let you run off with it. And I'm sitting here like, well, damn, I know you don't remember the conversations we had back in the day.
Right. And even with the magazine joint, right? Like I can remember like people coming, like so many people coming aboard and be like, oh, like I want to help, you know, I want to help you do that. But they weren't really trying to help. They were just trying to learn the process, right? And then even like first starting out in print and publishing, like I would talk to people who had tried it before and listen to their failures, right? So then I figured out a way to not have their failures, but I wouldn't share this with these people. So even they come, they look, and then they go off and try to copy it, but then they'll fall because I'm not sharing the secret recipes. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm holding on to that. Right. But I was just thinking also, like with that, we got funny, like building up to like the festival, right? I remember this artist, dude, like I started partnering in with this club to have like a night. And dude was like, yo, he was like, I could have the night. He just wanted $100 for the night, and like to him, and pay the bartender and the cook. And then I could have the night, right? So I'm booking artists but I'm charging them the $100, you know. But I'm like, yo, you got a venue to perform in, is your show, and you got tickets you could go sell, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch artists at the end of the night just run out the club, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of paying $100, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If for one dude, I laugh, I was like, because at this point, I had took this dude all over the country. I didn't had him perform literally all over the country. And thank you. And on this night, salute, bro, salute.
Mm-hmm.
On this particular night, when he finally come back to New Orleans, you know, like he had like that is a duo, so they had like their parents there, and they had like their girlfriend, but they just let these people in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching, I'm like, oh, you know, y'all got more than $100 sitting
in the building.
And then the dude, not the one I had the personal relationship with, and so ill. I tell you how even ill the feeling felt to me in the moment. It was a point where that young brother, like his car broke, couldn't get to work. He worked at the airport, right?
Yeah.
And I want to say he had like a bad engine. I gave him the money for to get a new engine. You know what I'm saying? And he paid me back, but the ill part that it felt like, you know, he was like, dang, T, he's like, man, I asked my pops ain't got the money. You know what I'm saying? I had the money, so I lent it to him. And then on the night, I'm watching them in the joint and people vibes through the dark, and I could see like his pops like in his ear, kind of like bucking up. We just gonna run out of here, you know. And I kind of looked at it like, dang, dog, like, you know.
And then the person that wasn't with you when you needed them,
right?
Now that it's your time and you out here, I gave you the platform to shine, and that's who you listen to, like.
Right, and kind of bouncing back when we was talking about Boss D. I'm gonna shout out Boss D on this, on just being the type of man he is. You know, like since I've known that brother, and I see D get hated on a lot too. D probably, I have to watch your whole interview to see, other than just like a clip, to see how D begins. I didn't watch D take a lot of hate since he came back to New Orleans. I remember D copped a new whip. And it was like a spaceship, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he was out by some family and ended up getting in a fight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, damn. He was like, and D was confounded by it, you know? And I was like, dang, D. I was like, you know, bro, I was like, man, you got blessings, bro. It's like, you know, you pulling up in a spaceship, you know, they just hating, you know what I'm saying? But trying to take away from your shine because they see you shining, you know? I always appreciated that D has never been a hater. You know what I'm saying? I remember doing a show with D, and it was his show. And for some reason, when it was time for me to go on, the sound system wouldn't work. Like my music wouldn't play. Dude couldn't get it. But D had a live drummer at the show. So I just talked with the drummer. I was like, bro, just play. I like, you play, I'm going to spit. You know what I'm saying? And we just going to rock it like that. And that's how we rocked the whole show. And what got funny was I really rocked the show. They had other rappers there. D's the only, like when I got up, D that was like, he's like, man, your show was dope. You know, even like the drummer dude who was there, he has a night he gave me his card. He was like, man, look, I want you to start coming out to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because I mean the fact that you was able to spit some shit over just a random dude you ain't even know, like,
yeah,
man, go play something, like, play what you feel, and I got you from there, like,
yeah.
Most people can't do that, man.
Yeah. So, and at this point, me and D have done enough together and been around each other enough just in music, where, like I said, man, I just, versus the story I was just telling you, you know, where it's never been nothing but love. Like since day one, me and this dude meet, talk music, and we actually know. I got a really good relationship with the owner's wife. Well, the owner, his wife had a record label, and that was the first label deal. Okay. And so when we talking like, dang, you know, it was like, you know, it's always been love. Versus I've also had literally people I brought all across the country and getting no love, you know, and but that's all those have also been building processes toward the hip hop festival, you know, like having relationships and even in the club relationships, man, like they had I remember bringing a like an event to the club, and it was like a fashion show, and I know I'm talking with the people there, like people who organized the fashion show. Like we comparing receipts. Like, look, they like, look, T, we looked out for you. We went and spent this much at the bar. We went and spent this much with food. I knew I had spent so much at the bar and so much on food. So me and the club owner, we talking at the end of the night, and he was like, yo, he's like, man, you know, all these people, he was complaining. He's like, man, there's people here, you know, but he's like, but the register only got this much money in it. And then it hit me. I was like, because his homeboy was bartending,
Yeah.
but it's like, you don't really know me, but and how much I really value honesty just with anybody. And I'm like, I already knew off the rip. I was like, oh, well, your bartender's fucking stealing money, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
like what? Like that's the only way it makes sense, bro.
That is all that makes sense. So, you know, and I'm showing, look, and then so then like that relationship kind of turned sour in that moment. But it's like, yo, these people showed me their credit card receipts before they left. I know they spent this much money. I'm telling you, I spent this much money out my pocket, bro, to make sure your bar and your restaurant portion of your venue ate. Right. So where does the money, like after I pay, I can't get no drink or no food without paying for it. So if you saw me eating and drinking, bro, you know I paid for it. So if you got short on some money, I know he your homeboy.
That's what, you know, but put two and two together.
Right. So bounce back, you know, I've never had a situation like that with D in no form of fashion. Dude, so 100, and he like a blessing amongst crabs, where you know it's like D ain't no crab and he ain't no crawfish either. You know, whatever kind of sea animal that brother is, he don't fall into them categories.
It's a little different.
Righteous. Right. So and even for this, you know, like if I've ever had a show, like I remember having like album releases, all type of shit. I just called D up, you know what I'm saying? And I try to always show him the same support. You know what I'm saying? If he got a show, I show up. You know, if you know he got a video shoot, I show up. You know, it's like I try to give what you show me is what I'm gonna show you. You know, right. And so I am excited about moving forward, and that really what it turns into. A lot of these relationships are good. You know, like I was saying, like some of the relationships are so good that some artists really was like, yo, why you didn't hit me up? You know, I would have came, you know, like, you know, I'd have jumped on the plane and came, you know, and it just really, even like last year, like UNLV was going to come out last year, and like, but like when dude gave me the price, I like, man, you know, I didn't really kind of spend all my money on the headliner. And then dude, like, he hit me back. He's like, man, well, look, fuck it. He's like, I got to drive from Houston. He's like, how about you just give me gas money and I'll come perform, you know? And I was really, right. And then I was like, you know what, bro? I said, look, let's save that for another date. I was like, you know, I said, I feel more blessed by the love you're showing me, but I'd rather do business with you at your price.
Right,
you know,
the right way.
Right, exactly. So that way, when we cross the bridge together, we've shown equal love. You know what I'm saying? I know in my heart, you just do it for the gas money. You do it for the gas money, but I don't never want you to do it for the gas money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
pay you what you worth.
Righteous. And even like I was talking with talking with P-Town Mo earlier before me and you got on about like doing some promo for the hip hop festival, and we had the same conversation. You know what I'm saying? Where he was like, these are my prices. He's like, but you know what, bro? Just give me what you can, and I'll do it for whatever you could give me. And then I was like, you know what, bro? I said, I appreciate it. But I said, how about this? I said, you give me your price. I said, I'll talk it over with my wife, you know, and if I don't get to you by 9 o'clock tonight, I hit you up 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and give you the yeah and nay on it, you know. But I do, again, I appreciate love. You know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna accept so much though, you know,
Right.
in them type moments. Cause I feel like, again, you know, to see like D, a dude like D is actually doing it for just for the love, period. You
Yeah.
know, I understand for them that they've gotten in mind that they put a price on their love in a way. You know what I'm saying? They'll extend beyond it. But I feel like your first answer is your heart. And I don't want to go against my heart. I want you to go against your heart. You know, like be natural who you are. You know, then we always comfortable in how we interact with each other. You know, we ain't never got to sit at the table together and look at each other. I wouldn't look at nobody like that anyway. I'm not like that. But I want nobody, I know we're just human beings. I don't want nobody that had that human feeling about me looking across the room either. You know,
Right. Be questioning anything when you're sitting down at the table.
righteous. And also because I see so much fraud shit happen, what I for people who really know me really well, you know, if you hear something fraud at that point, especially in business, you know it ain't happen.
Right.
Like I wouldn't even take the favor, so you know that this is some hate.
And that's one thing too. Like I'm a person that I stay to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, getting to the podcast, and I mean, we got other shows and stuff like that we do on the news you can use to where that way, I mean, I could hook you up with them and we could set up a whole nother thing, man. And we be running. Yeah, we got like 3 or 4 different shows. We doing talk radio now, man. Like we just throwing out a bunch of different ideas, man. But I mean, yeah, it's to the point, man, to where I mean, we met just through podcasting. Like I don't even we never sat down and really chilled. Like we just basically been rocking through podcasting for like about a good year and a half, almost 2 years. So I mean, yeah, it's just really, man, you gotta judge character, man. A lot of people are not big on character, bro. They just let's get the bag and then we'll figure it out later. Nah, do it.
Yeah, bro.
How you do it?
Yeah.
But, okay, so you said we go back to you said you was in the military, in the Navy.
Right. So, world's greatest Navy.
You know, I was in the Navy too, man. I tell some random Navy stories, man, but I feel like, man, you gotta have another military person around, man, for people to really believe like we wasn't just out there just on some like just fighting everybody, man. Like we was chilling, bro. Like you just gotta think, man. Like on our ship, it was nothing but guys on there. You get a bunch of 19, 20, 21-year-old people, man, like locked up on the ship. Come on, man. We was kidnapping people, moving them over here to this barracks, and man, come on, man. Like it was crazy, man, in the off time. So
yeah.
What's a wild military story, man, you could tell people, man?
Oh man, shit. First, like I'm gonna say shout out to my brother, my younger brother, he was in the Army. So so like, you know, it's a bunch of years we've watched like the Army Navy game together, talk shit to each other. And what I always tell him is, you know what, bro, y'all niggas ain't never been rock stars. This is what I'm gonna say about the Navy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the world's greatest Navy. It's some fucking rocks, like real life. I'll be like, nigga, y'all ain't never pulled up in no country and the whole country show up to take pictures.
Man,
show up, you know, flash. Right. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're a rock star. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking around like, dang, like, am I a rock star? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like they got we pull up all in the newspapers, our ship pulling in. You know what I'm saying? Like they had some shit or some like You know, like beware the Navy's coming, like almost like hide your women and daughters type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I tell people, man, all the time, man, like they used to tell us before we pulled into places, man, like don't go to this area. That's the
Right.
first place everybody
First place we going.
It's
That's
like,
right.
it's like why even tell us? Like you know
Right.
we're going over there. Every
Right.
place you told us not to go is
Right.
people sprinkled everywhere. And it's like, hey man, nah, don't come over here. We on our way over there.
Man, so wild as shit, right? And completely, this completely fucks my brain up coming back to America. You know, we in Hong Kong.
Okay, you're stationed over there?
No, I was stay on at this time. I'm on the Nimitz. I'm on the Nimitz at that. I'm a Westpacker. Before that, I was on the Momsen stationed up in Everett, Washington, and then so my last ship I was in San Diego. So the best part, the best building blocks of San Diego is one. When I was on the Momsen, I was on a destroyer, so maybe it's about 200-300 people tops, right? But it's only about 15 black people on the ship.
Man.
So all us, we super tight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we super tight. Like, you know, I'm getting officially married in October, and it's dudes off that ship gonna be at the wedding. We brothers.
Okay.
We brothers for life. So what ends up happening is you know, like you get rotations of crews out of ships. So we all rotating off that ship, and about half of us, better than a handful, end up in San Diego. Man, we tear San Diego up. What get even better was I end up being in a horrible marriage. So like when I get to San Diego, dude, our marriage was so bad, bro. I'm talking about like we didn't have like high speed chases through the mountains in San Diego. Yeah, because I ain't gonna put my hands on a woman, right? But she trying to do all type of shit, so I just hop in my whip, I drive off.
Yeah.
So we got 3 little kids at home, though, right? Motherfucker hopped in her whip. She chasing me through the mountains and hilly sides of California, calling me on the celly, saying, I'm like, yo, you left the children at home? Like, yo. So we having a high speed chase. The police that came, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, it's a high speed chase. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, all kind of wild shit. So eventually, it gets so wild she gotta leave, and I end up having to have the children. So that's how I end up getting out the Navy. So, but bound, you know, you don't just go. You know, at that point, it's like I gotta go through the process. But now I ain't really on the ship. Right. Now I'm like a single nigga in San Diego, and I got about a handful of my dogs off my other ship, and we literally fucking tear San Diego.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Wide open. I'm saying we having like parties, like, yo, bro, like, cause their houses is made different. My house is on a mountain, so you walk into the living room, but all the rooms is downstairs because everything's on a mountain. You know, so like my kids would be asleep. You know, I put them to bed 6 o'clock. They little kids. After that, me upstairs, we having a fucking party. You know what I'm saying? So like my dogs. Shout out! I ain't gonna say his name because maybe he getting married.
Yeah, we don't want to assassinate.
Yeah. But my dog, if he said he was having a party, motherfuckers was coming. You know, so we used to have we tore San Diego up. So before we get to that point, I'm on deployment. Go to Hong Kong, bro. This was the greatest experience of just life. Like I never wanted to come back to America after this day.
And I believe it, bro.
And I when I get to the wildest part of the story, is real crazy, you know, because prostitution is legal in Hong Kong.
Right.
So we pull in this one spot, and the bar is empty, but we just want to drink. I'm peeping out the dude, you know, but I'm from New Orleans. Everywhere that went in the world, I'm still from New Orleans. So the way I'm peeping out what's going on around me is a little different than some of the people with me. So I see this dude at the bar, like ain't nobody in the bar. I see him pick up the phone, put the phone down. 2 minutes later, like 10 women just come in the bar to our section and just start sitting on our laps and shit, right? So I know he done made the call, they pop up. Right. So we leave that spot, we walking through the streets, prostitution legal, so the prostitutes is like pulling on us and stuff, you know, like, oh, come here, oh, come here. We end up at another spot. Man, the women is butt naked, you know, everywhere. And there's a joint literally looks like Halle Berry. Mm-hmm. Just like Halle Berry. This was Halle Berry with a Oriental accent and butt naked.
Right.
She's like, buy me a drink. Yeah, buy you a drink. Yeah. So buy a drink. She take me back in this little area. She take a shot. It's the greatest bar ever. So, okay. So then she's like, buy me another drink. Because it was funny. It was almost like some, you know, like it was like she died like a minute. You know what I'm saying? And buy me another drink. I'm like, of course I'm buying another drink. So buy this motherfucker 2 drinks. You know what I'm saying? So well, go ahead, about 2 more minutes. So we sitting there talking now, and this really going long enough, like, you know, like 3 drinks is like 1 drink to me. So let's say this go on maybe 12 drinks in. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying drinks. Yeah. Right, I ain't going nowhere.
Y'all done had a real conversation.
Right. So so she explained it to me how she's been at that same bar since she was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
At this point, she's 18. And then she also explained to me how her family sold her like a fucking cow, because where they're from is a third world country. She's from a third world country, so it's so poor. It's so poor that the only way they can make money
is by selling the kids.
Selling your fucking daughter, bro. So on the other end, I'm super toasty now. I'm in, you know, talk shit mode, you know. So but she looked like Halle Berry, and I'm like, yo, do you know if you was in America, like you would be fucking Miss America,
right?
Like you wouldn't be here. I like, you should come to America.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you want to take me to America? I'm like, yes, I do. Yes.
Like, why not?
Right. So she get up and go talk to the mama sign, right? Mm-hmm. Mama sign called me with a bar, you know, we talked. Mama sign, then the mama sign, I didn't have to buy this drink. The mama sign tell the bartender to pull out some good shit, you know, and pour some drinks, and we talk business. And she was like, you know, she like you. And I was like, oh, I like, you know. And then she's like, yo, she said, 12,000 American you own. This moment fucks me up coming back to America, because, you know, although I'm telling you, dude, my wife is God sent. That's a fast forward. I didn't live a bunch of life in between this moment and understanding that this woman is my blessing in life. Rewind, I don't know nothing about blessings in life. You know, and being a black man, it's a fuck you up in the head conversation for a motherfucker to say that you could actually own another person and put a price on it.
Right.
Here's where the shit get extra funny. So I already got topped off, super drunk, everything. That motherfucker bust out 12,000 American. I just pull out my bank card. I said, bet here.
Yeah.
But I ain't got 12,000 in the bank.
You just like, fuck it.
Fuck it, we're right. Fuck it.
I think that motherfucker
that card. She ready to do business. She's literally ready to sell this piece of property to me and me going by my business. And she come back and said it's declined. And then I just bust out laughing. You know, yeah. I know,
like you really went back there and tried to do that dumbass.
But look, but then it opened my eyes, because you see like a lot of them old chiefs and old officers and shit, and they got them Oriental wives.
And you think like, man, hey, because it's crazy, because on our ship, man, we had a chief, bro, like he had a kid, bro, that was from every race. Dog. Like his kids would come to the ship, and you'd be like, dog, like, how is this possible? Like,
Rock star.
they was married, and they was the same race.
Right.
But all of his kids was all he had black. I'm like, come on, bro, that's crazy. But I tell people, man, like, you know, when you with people that's in the military, man, like it takes a different breed of people, man. So shout out to your wife, man. Like,
hey, my wife is a jewel, bro. Like,
yeah, man,
after being in a horrible marriage, like horrible, bro. Like when I met, you know how what I figured out about women is, you know, like your woman, you can fit into the pieces of her puzzle. You know what I'm saying? And when shit don't work out between men and women, you can't fit in that puzzle. You know what I'm saying? But there's a man who can. You're just not that man.
That person, right?
Right. When I met her and I saw like what her worst is, right? It ain't no this other motherfucker didn't pull knives on me and literally try to kill me before, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, right. So my bar is set this low, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't trying to kill me.
It's only so like, come on now, like it's only so worse we can get under this. So come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you speaking your mind is fine to me. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't trying to kill me, we can negotiate this, you know. Right. So but definitely in that same day, which that's just like that was I shouldn't have got to the climax of the story first, right? So we shopping, we in the fucking mall, and it's like Ferraris everywhere. I saw so many Ferraris, bro, just in Hong Kong. I could have just been like, I'm in Hong Kong, like I'm never going back to America. And I'm definitely coming back to home at the time. Like, I'm coming back without this fucking ship. I'm coming back without
like I'm here.
Right. Man, we was out there, we in Hong Kong. Andre 3 Stacks was in Hong Kong while we in Hong Kong. Okay. Just fucking walking around. You know, so not Hong Kong is even fucking better. Look, right. All this other shit's going on. Andre 3 Stacks is out, this motherfucker. We went to a motherfucking a club that was jumping so fucking hard, bro. I mean, jumping. I felt like I was in the South. You know what I'm saying? It was jumping that hard. We go to the mall and go shopping, and I go into this store. It's a Ted Baker store. I can't never forget the shit. The fucking clothes was so fucking expensive. Like, it was nothing under $200 in this motherfucker. So I walk in there, and you know, it ain't like, nah, you know, I'm fucking old. I'm washed up now. But you know, you in the Navy, bro, world's greatest Navy. You been on cruise. You ain't got shit to do but fucking work out. I'm fucking bowled up. You know what I'm saying? Right. I walk into this joint. Fucking woman start helping me. She's actually like, you know, you like this, you like this. I'm like, yeah, I like this shirt. You know, I like these jeans. So she's taking it off the rack, and then she's like, you want to try it on? I'm like, yeah, I try it on. In my mind, I try it on. I about to spend all this fucking money on this shit. Right. This motherfucker comes into the dressing room with me. I'm like, yo, the fuck? Undresses me. And then puts the clothes on me. Dresses me completely.
Right.
By the end of that experience, and I'm saying in the process, you know, she like, oh, yeah, I had to buy the clothes. You know what I'm saying?
If this outfit gonna do that over here, okay, wait till I get to the States.
It was just the customer service. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, if malls operated like this in America, like,
man,
there'll be no clothes in the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can charge what you want. You know,
there wouldn't be no need for a sale, man. That would be the easiest way to get people to buy clothes, man.
And look, this is all just day one in Hong Kong. This is just like touch the ground.
Crazy.
Look, out of all that wasn't even my greatest experience. My greatest experience through the whole shit, after all this other shit that happened, has been a great day. It's fucking snowing, and we go to McDonald's, right? Everybody drunk and fucking hungry. We go to McDonald's. McDonald's in Hong Kong has
quick question before you keep going.
go.
So did the burgers taste different overseas than they did here?
Here we go. I didn't order a burger. You jump. You look. You just
Okay,
jump. Here we
okay,
go. Because the
okay.
McDonald's in Hong Kong has a shrimp burger.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
they do have different menu over
It
there.
didn't have the same menu. They got a shrimp burger, and it was delicious.
Damn. Okay.
It's delicious. So
Right.
look, now we done ate. Like now we done ate. We drunk. We're really trying to make our way back to the ship, and I got a shit. So we just stop at a random fucking restaurant, and I go and take a fucking shit, and it's fucking snowing, so it's fucking cold as fuck outside. I go in and shit. There's just in the public bathroom, there is a digital heated toilet seat where I could set the temperature. I was in the bathroom 40 minutes and I wasn't even shitting no fucking
For
time.
no reason. You're just sitting there at this point.
Warm as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I come out, Mug's like, Dub, what the fuck, man? You been in there almost an hour. I was like, yo, bro, there's a heated fucking toilet seat here, bro. Like, yeah, and look, they in the cold waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, so they outside in the cold.
I'm on the fucking toilet, warm ass in the motherfucker. It was so warm. I was like, I didn't want to fucking leave, you know. I would say, and I don't know if that's necessarily the wildest, because Australia was real. Man, Australia was wild.
Australia was different, bro.
Yeah, Australia was wild, but I would say that was like the most eye-opening day ever. Just, you know, I was like, what to the world? How we started is like, yeah, you said, man, I just want to go. I want to go do this shit overseas. I was like, man, I like America full of shit. That's what I was. They can say what the fuck they want about greatest country and all this other shit. I was like, but you know what? Hong Kong is like at that point to be a man still. I guess it's what type of man you are. If you lost in debauchery, you know what I'm saying, in your mind, then Hong Kong is a fucking place for you, bro. Because the debauchery is legal. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is legal life.
You gotta have a different mindset to live overseas, man. Because we've been told so much shit over here, man. And when you get over there and actually see what it is, it's completely different, man. Like I tell people all the time, man, they only show you what they want you to see. Like they tell you the same way they did with us, man. Like they'll take you to the hood and show you the hood or show you the poor area. But they not telling you where they going. Tell me where you going. I know you're not going over there. So it's gotta be somewhere. Where the downtown at? That's the first place you go. If you go to any city, find out what's going on downtown and then work your way out from there, man. You shouldn't go wrong.
Right. So I say this like growth is a motherfucker, bro. Like to remember talking to you right now, you remembering like that version of myself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I wanted to bring it up, because I don't normally talk to people that was just in the military. So it's like the fact too that you was in the Navy, like I know what your days consisted of, like that type of shit. So it's like, yeah, man, like to think where you were at that point, man, to where you are now. That's why too I said shout out to the wife, man, because I know, man. I'm married too, so
and you know,
I get it.
And it was crazy, bro. Like just becoming a more spiritual man at this stage in life. You know, like me and her talk about it all the time. You know, like just like because she used to be a military wife.
Okay.
All right. So, you know, we joke about
the other side of it.
You know, and that's important for this stage in my life, you know, in the sense of she understands exactly who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand who she is. You know what I'm saying? I know we weren't there together, but we understand each other's life. And I told her, I was like, what's crazy is we're married around the same time, then we're single, then both our last relationships about the same time, lasted about the same time, then we're
Yeah.
single. Right. And then we joke about it's a moment where she ghosts me, and then it's a moment where I ghost her. And in that moment, about 3 weeks into that moment, I have the realization, and I literally jump up out my seat, bro, out my sleep, and I like in a panic, and I said, man, I think I just fucking let my wife like slip through my fingers. And then I said, she's such a great woman that somebody got her, and I said, man, I said, I'm gonna suck up my pride and hit this woman up. And I said, if she don't have nobody, she my wife.
Right.
And I didn't give a fuck how like I said, I actually she wanted to go out to dinner. She's like, yeah, and what's funny is she said she thought I was asking her out to apologize for fucking
Yeah.
ghost. Yeah.
Like, nah, that was not. If that's what you thought the plan was for this to happen, hey man, okay.
But I literally, like and never in my life, when I tell you like I've never thought like this in my life. I had no like sexual implications in my mind and nothing like that. I just knew that this woman understood me and accepted like how you put on your representative when you meet a woman.
Yeah.
Like we had crossed the bridge because she used to just be like, look, I ain't never fucking you. Like you cool. She like you funny and you cool. She like, but you ain't getting no pussy. So I started talking to her different. You know what I'm saying? Like once we crossed this bridge, I'm like, well, it ain't no payout on this shit.
Right. We just finna be what it's finna be.
So I would talk to her like I talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And then, but she in turn was like, man, you the only man that ain't asking me these other like get your pussy kind of questions. But it wasn't no reason for me to. You just said that this ain't
because you was there for other purposes. Like it just got to the point to where okay, well if this not what we doing, then okay,
yeah. I just tell you what's really on my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But then in turn, she liked that. And then I was like, well, damn, because I'm kind of an asshole. And I was like, well, damn, you like me in my true form, like this is my wife, So,
man, that's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy you say that, man, because my wife be calling me an asshole all the time, man. And
right.
That's crazy. But yeah, man, so that's crazy, man. So yeah, man, like I say, man, I tell anybody, man, anybody that's married to anybody or dealing with anybody that's in the military, man, shout out to y'all, man, because
blessings, bro.
It definitely takes a lot, man. Definitely a lot of communication, especially if y'all dealing with somebody that's still in the military and they moving around the world. I could only imagine what it's like at this point in time, man, with all the social media and all of that shit that's going
on.
I could only imagine.
Me and her were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. The illest thing she said, she was like, man, them fucking deployments. She was like, especially when you live in military housing, because it ain't just you, it's your relationship, but it's military housing. So it's a bunch of countless number of married couples all around you. Everybody going through the same shit. She was like, she's like, man, them fucking deployments, man. She's like, every time a motherfucker go on deployment,
it go down.
The relationship is never the same.
Nope.
And it can't be, because you gone 6 months, a year, you come home, you done literally been apart from your spouse for extended period of time. Y'all not even the same people no more.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So whichever direction the spouse has grown while you've been gone, they're different. You done been gone a year dealing with the ups and downs of the deployment. Mentally, you're fucking completely different. Like you say, look, motherfucker, if you didn't travel the fucking world, when you come back, America looks like a alien fraud existence to you. You know, you coming home, most motherfuckers either come home to a new child.
Facts.
You know,
Come home, got a baby, and then you know what? I feel like it needs to be a show, man, where military people just really tell certain stories, man. Because a lot of shit that happens, man, in these movies, stuff like that. I mean, they glorify it, man, but at the end of the day, man, like I know people that really, man, like was almost on some suicide mission type shit, man, due to the fact that, I mean, yeah, man, the kid not yours, you gone, and your wife, she moving around the city like you never existed, bro. Like,
bro,
yeah,
do you know the most common thing to see on come home from deployment, right? That next day when you driving out to the ship, if you ain't on one of them duty sections that's like you got to go back to work the next day, you on that first duty section,
right?
You're gonna see somebody sitting outside their house in handcuffs.
Right. It's gonna it go down, man, because you gotta think, man. And I told the dude today, man, like you gotta think, bro. When people used to leave, they used to leave on like a Tuesday. In San Diego, it was mainly a Tuesday. You would leave Tuesday morning, and the bass club hip hop night was Tuesday. So come on, man. Every time everybody would leave, the whole city know. That's why he keeps saying like we was rock stars, man, because it didn't matter where you went. They made a point to let you know like the ships was coming, because when we got there, it was too much testosterone on a boat, man. Like we had to just move around y'all city. So shout out to y'all cities, because Alaska, Hawaii,
Waikiki, baby.
Yeah, the whole Westpac situation, because I did the Westpac too.
All right, Shellbacks.
So because 9/11 happened when we was in Australia. So we was the first battle group over there. All of that, when it first went down, we was the first ones over there. So
my first ship, I meet them in Guam on their way back from the Middle East. Dude, I've had so many classic nights around the world, because again, look, damn, I feel bad. She poured me a drink and went in the room because we're doing this. I need another drink now. So I'm a drinker, and one of the things great about her, like before her, I had no limit. Right. Me and drinking had no, nigga, when I tell you no limit, I've gone until I done puked it out in the club, and then went ordered more drinks. That just made more room for more fucking alcohol. We just gonna keep going. So we go out, we hit Hawaii. I done hit Hawaii 3 times. Okay. My last time in Hawaii, and by now we went through Tokyo, Korea, Australia, some little fucking shit's called the Marshall Islands, Majuro. I tell myself I'm not going out in Hawaii. I'm just gonna go have some dinner at a nice restaurant and go back to the ship and call it a night. But while I'm having this nice dinner, I have so many fucking drinks that my fucking thought processes is fucking skewed. So when the cab comes, bro, the whole time I'm walking to the cab, I'm saying, go to the ship. Go to the ship. I sit down in the motherfucker, I'm saying, go to the ship. Go to the fucking cab driver said, hey, where you want to go? I said, take me to the club. Yeah, right. He said, you want to go to Waikiki? I said, fuck it.
If that's where everybody at,
Bro,
take me there.
Right. So now we get soon as he parked. You know, we coming off cruise, we headed home. You know, you didn't have the Marines with you, right? I know a bunch of Marines. So as soon as I get out the fucking cab, it's a bunch of Marines talking shit to these big fucking Samoans. I'm talking about these niggas look like shaved down grizzly bears. I saw one of these niggas, his fucking fist was as big as my face.
Right.
They talking shit to these motherfucking big ass, because you know Marines think that they can just whip anybody ass. Right. I don't know what they put in their fucking food, but it ain't in the fucking Navy food. We don't rock like that.
Yeah, we on some different shit. That's
right. So the fucking fight break out, and the fight lasts like a minute. Like these niggas was getting hit one time and going to sleep.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna go too well for their situation.
But look, I could swear to you that after these big shaved down grizzly bears knocked these fucking Marines ass out and they started running off up the street, that as they was running, it felt like the whole fucking street was moving. Like it felt, they were so fucking big and enormous, it felt like. So then the nigga from my ship like come up, and it's creepy how the nigga came. It's almost like the nigga just like slid out of nowhere. It's like, yo, Doug. I was like, what's good? He said, why you ain't jump in? I said, dude, they were fucking grizzly bears. Ain't nobody fighting no motherfucker. We walked over these niggas on the ground, right? We stepping over them. I was like, look at these dumbass niggas. This is not my night, bro. Like, you know. So I get in line for a club, and my ship, that last ship had 3 other niggas from New Orleans on the ship. So, and one of them went to my high school, and we never knew each other. We never knew each other in high school. And he was like, yo, Dub. And he was like, man, he said, man, I ain't seen you all deployment. I was like, yo, what's good? He said, man, have some drinks with me. So we get in that motherfucker and we going. Now, one, I'm already twisted. I'm done. I'm twisted before I even get there. So we going. And the next thing I remember, I black out, and I get better stories from other people off the ship the next day. But I black out, bro. I was so fucked up. When I come through, I am standing at the door of a club checking IDs. I am checking IDs at the club, bro. Like, that's how I look. Yeah. My last memory was drinking. My next memory is I am checking IDs at the club. So the next day, somebody at my work center was like, yo, nigga, you was fucked up. He was like, yo, he said, I passed out right next to him. He said, man, we was dancing with the women. You fell. I heard something. I looked down. It was you. He said, I'm fucked up. I kept dancing with the woman. He said, I looked over again. The bouncers was carrying you out the back door. He said, carried me out the back door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, man, y'all ain't come check on me or nothing. He's like, it was all fucked up. You know, so it's like,
yeah, everybody was in the same situation. Shit. We just glad it wasn't us. Shit.
Right. So man, I had a fight in Guam on that one. Man, that whole cruise was, yes, I love my wife so much.
See, we talked her back into existence. See, shout out to the wife once again. Come through in the clutch.
Righteous. One more, please. Please, and thank you. I've given you much praise.
We appreciate you.
Sure, no, I give her much praise. Sure, no.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you.
No doubt.
Yo, man. So we had our hour, man. But I mean, we definitely locked into a lot, man. So we go. I'm gonna do a quick recap real quick because we definitely tapped into a lot, man. It was a good conversation, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You know,
Same here.
definitely gotta lock in again. Like I say, man, we probably gotta get D on here.
Yeah.
That way we could talk some military stories, man, and just sit here, man, and just conversate, man. So
yeah.
But yeah, man. So the festival, when exactly is the date of the festival? So that way the people
It is August 10th at Vibes Nation. It's August 10th, New Orleans Hip Hop Festival, Vibes Nation. We got Fiend is headlining. We got Kid. He's gonna come out. Snipe, Cess45. I mean, that's names that people in New Orleans definitely know. Excuse me, Boss D. I know we got I got like the only. Thank you, my love. We got the only well-known white bounce artist, female bounce artist coming out. The Real Snow Bunny, A Levy.
Real Snow Bunny.
The Real Snow Bunny. I'm not a big bounce artist music fan, but she's a good bounce artist, and she's a white female.
I'm gonna have to check it out because it's crazy because I was born in Texas, but I was raised in Cali.
Right.
So, I mean, my wife is from Louisiana, so it's like bounce music is interesting to me. I'm big on like the old school 90s bounce, like that's the shit that I know.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, for something new, like I'm gonna check her out, man. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah. We got a young cat, Money Mike Bo, Cutlass, JBL, Don Dolo. Don Dolo has the best rapper story I've ever heard.
Okay.
And he changed how I look at rap music and what I consider success in rap. Dude used to sell CDs out the trunk, right? His wife got the idea of when he brought the money home, she started putting it into like a bookkeeping program, right? Keeping track of it. They used the money he made from selling CDs out the trunk for a year for the down payment for their house.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, wow, he's not a household name, but isn't that success? Like in rap, like if you put your family in a house, what better success could you like? That's better than a fucking chain or whatever nigga could fucking tell me.
And the crazy part about it too is that you did it with your girl, man. Like that's the bigger flex in it at the end of the day as a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. To be able to say like me and my wife was able to do this. You know what I'm saying? Most people can't say that. It's always me. But I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, in relationships and stuff like that, man, like even in business, bro, like it takes a team, bro. Like you as an individual can only get so far, bro. If you don't have that team behind you, that's the only way to get it, man. Like the outsourcing and all of that is cool, but that's where getting the character people in place to where they can have those conversations, do all of that, because everybody has that like mindset. You know what I'm saying? To where the goal is we win as a team. It's not just me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's definitely, you know what I'm saying, what I got from the conversation we done had today. You know what I'm saying? And the festival, I'm gonna try to talk to the wife and see if we can shoot down there this weekend. I think it's like maybe 8 hours. I think. I don't know.
What city you in?
I'm in Houston.
Well, it's 4 to 5 hours.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's not even that bad. I'm making y'all further than what it is.
Yeah. Do me one favor, D. One favor. Hit play on any one of them songs, man, and tell me what you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me shrink the screen. So yeah, but two. Okay. Well, since we on that, before I pull it up, so you make music too. Give them a little thought process on what you have. What is the thought behind it? Stuff like that. While I pull one up real quick.
All right. So this whole album is the Young Mike Tyson. The whole thought process behind the whole album was just I wanted to make the hardest 12 joints I could make. So in the sense of like you probably couldn't listen to none of this with your girl ever. You know what I'm saying? This is just like what I thought to myself was like I was a super Biggie Smalls fan, right?
Uh-huh.
What I thought to myself was when I was making this album, what would Biggie be talking about if he was alive right now at this moment?
Okay. And what? So when
Yeah,
did you make this?
I got a great story about that actual song. Uh, over a period of time, man. Like you know how you get like that first album that's just like a collection of what you put
Just,
together. So
just
let's
a
say like
bunch.
now over time. So like I said, that's like the young Mike Tyson. So the next one will be the young Mike Jackson, and then the last one will be the young Mike Jordan. So it's three different concepts. Well, these are just all hard songs, like hard, relentless, no type of radio song. The young Mike Jackson will be all radio songs, and the young Mike Jordan will be all what I consider like championship music.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this for me and you. Maybe this not like I don't even other than every once in a while the nostalgia. I don't even play these songs anymore because I'm not this type of person anymore. But if you could think back to your younger 23-year-old type self, that's that mindset.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet. So I decided, man, because the names, the one that kept sticking out to me, especially when you first sent it to me, was the Russian roulette, man. So you got a story behind it before we play it?
Russian roulette. Oh, bro, this is all right. So we get interested in about Russian roulette, and me making music, right? Uh, let's say most music is on like the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So none of this song is on 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole flow is really based on the upbeats, right?
So
Uh,
on some what I mean what they would kind of call like a Blueface type of flow.
a what face?
Blueface. You ever like the rapper in Cali, Blueface?
Hmm. Yeah, you know a lot of that. Yeah, a lot of that whole old Hobo Cali, Hobo Junction, Souls of Mischief, King T crew type of influence on a
Okay.
song like that. I snatched the drums. Will get funny. So look, this sample right is I'm big into sampling. So while we was in the Navy, everybody had iPods, right?
Right.
So let's say you're on cruise, you got one of them 64 gigs, and you got all the music you got. I used to go around and get whatever. We used to trade music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one white dude, man, they had a fucking white dude. He had all the Jackson 5 studio sessions.
Damn.
Crazy shit, right? So I ended up with the sessions and the whole discography of Michael Jackson. So when I sample this, when I make this song and I come home in '09, that song's like '09 early, right? And then I'm going all around New Orleans performing this song. So there is a rapper from New Orleans, a 3D Nati. She has a song on my beat. And what's crazy about this beat too, like you sell beats, like so I was a single parent. Like Mr. Servon comes to my house and listens to beats to and then he listens to this one and he listens to another joint with that beats on this album too later on. And then instead of wanting to buy him, he wants to give me points on them. And
Okay.
so at the time, I'm a single parent. I'm trying to pay the rent. I'm like, you know what, bro? I said, I don't give a fuck if you give me $100 for each of these fucking beats you like, but I gotta pay the fucking rent on the first. Points ain't gonna do me shit.
Right.
So the other song that he liked ended up being Lil Romeo's most successful song ever.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy because you say like Fiend and Mr. Servon, and those was like me growing up, man. Like going from the South and to the West Coast, like I was big on the whole no limit situation and everybody they had going on over there. I remember going to Target, man, getting CDs up out of Target, bro, with the Servon and the Fiend and all of the underground, man. Like that's pretty dope, man. Like that shit is crazy. That's taking me back to my teenage days.
So look, so this beat actually ends up being 3D Nati's most successful song of her career. But these are beats that people didn't jack from this album. Okay. And that's why I was saying, like, I don't get into the internet thing now because I see how people FEU, like FER for Dream Girls, motherfuckers are FEU. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, it's just more personal. If I make it and me and you listen to it, that's you. But I saw what people would take my shit and go do something way bigger and
don't want to mention, make you have to go through the whole legal shit and all that. It's like, come on, man. Like we could have had a conversation. I please believe whatever you thought I wanted, I probably didn't even want all of that. Look, that's the crazy part about it.
On that day, nigga could just give me $100.
It could have all been solved over $100, and now we got to this point, man, where you done stole my shit, and you daring me really to do what it don't need to be done, man. It could have just been done properly from the jump, man.
Yeah, man. And I'll say in the writing, if you're a person who has an appreciation for the writing, every metaphor is a Bible metaphor.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's check it out, man. I'm pretty interested at this point.
And no settling down. This is blood.
You can hear it?
Oh yeah.
Gallons. All right. This is the old days, man. The bad days, the all or nothing days. They're back. There's no choices left, and I'm ready for war.
Don't you hear me calling, Maria? Don't you hear me calling, Maria? Hey, Maria. Don't you hear me calling, Maria?
It's a holy war. Some lead a war with hoes. Call it getting baptized. Hold your nose. Stick up kids in your home, all garden or Eden with no clothes. Like Adam and Eve in this valley of the dog. Prince singing thieves in the temple, 2 leaves, leave your temple in 3s. Like choirs, harmonic rolls, altos, tenors, sopranos, the gaps is angels. When they introduce, cast the wings and halos. Electric chairs is crosses, victims of the families counting their losses. Under the Father falling from the sky. That misses on Iraqis, sitting rap these, rosaries, bees, round the 4 fees. Predators pray for cheese, catch lambs slipping in pastures, praying on their knees. 38 specialties to the back of their potato. Ventilate top hats like Lincoln in the theater. On a murder caper for paper. Death, my best friend. Whoa, death, my best friend. My best friend is dead. Make every enemy of mine one less. In return, I promise my final breath. Use my time less. Spitting my most killer verse yet. Empty the gun on the table. I put 1 bullet back in. Give it a spin. Take another hit off the gin. Put the barrel to your temple and squeeze the trigger. And if you're not dead yet, it's Russian roulette. It's a holy war. Some will lead a war with hoes, catching holy ghosts. The Bible's papers is cash. Counts minds and verses and chapters. Keep a gun close, can't trust your own disciple. Crab mentality so slow. Quick readers come to revelations faster. To my tombstone and say Samson, man. Even the strongest men get caught slipping. Imitating Malcolm behind Venetians, watching cars passes. Cobra the assassin, just sit back, watch the canvas. Like Van Gogh or Michelangelo, dumping ash she's on the cathedral flow, eyes low, smoke the vibe. Tell my female man, suck the wood good. Everybody wanna be God on the block, controlling all the cheese and who leave. R.I.P. I spit for power and glory. You know me, the bloodiest teeth on the track. Water Cobra's back with that. Death, my best friend is dead. Make every enemy of mine a lesson. Return, I promise, my final breath. Use my time left, spit my most killer verse yet. Empty the gun on the table, I put one bullet back in. Give it a spin, take another, hit off the gin. Put the barrel to your temple and squeeze the trigger. And if you're not dead yet, it's Russian roulette. It's more turpitude, which road to choose. Christians more to Jews. Good or evil, live or die, depend on which one work for you. 9 to 5s and supplying highs, depend on what type of work you do. In this last episode of Good Times, young Michael on crack, Thelma stripping at the Sugar Shack, booking serving fiends, got the block warmer. Youngsters on the corner rolling blunts, calling 05 bitches while on her. JJ snorting lines, yelling dynamite off the drain. It was a 60, 70 stain like Dolomite. His mama saying, boy, why you can't get off that cane? He asked an old girl, the greatest pleasure is pain. The phone rang, they heard James took 2 shots to the brain. Lost his job thing, trying to jack this kid for his chain. Coming out the Saints game, still ain't nothing changed. Man, you still can't trust these hoes. Friends that act like foes, DAs, po-pos. It's a holy war, some will lead the war with hoes. Cobra assassin with the murder flow. Death, my best friend is dead. Make every enemy of mine a lesson. Return, I promise, my final breath. Use my time left, spit my most killer verse yet. Empty the gun on the table, I put one bullet back in. Give it a spin, take another hit off the gin. Put the barrel to the temple, squeeze the sugar. And if you're not dead yet, it's Russian roulette.
Man, so first of all, that beat, the sample,
Yeah.
that motherfucker by far is. I fuck with samples.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't know how to use them. Like I don't know how to chop it up and do all of that.
Yeah.
So that I feel like is like the next step to what I need to do.
Yeah.
But it's like I like listening to beats that have samples, man, and like I can listen to that sample all day long. Like I ain't
Right. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you so
I can
much.
definitely listen to that shit all day long, man.
Thank you,
So
brother.
too, and I tell you, if you got any beats pretty much that you just sitting on, man, that
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you just got sitting around,
Yeah.
drop them, bro. Like
Yeah.
you'd be surprised, man, like how many people would listen to your beats, man, and why they at work. Like they at
Yeah.
work,
Okay.
they might be at the crib, they might be in a warehouse. Like I'm one of them people, when I hear music, the fact that it was a longer song, I was able to listen to the beat and listen to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Cause I'm one of them people, like I listen to the beat first. Like I take out everything you saying. I tune all of that out. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I listen to the beat because I break it down to where if I listen to the instrumental, I want to feel just as hyped listening to the instrumental as I do with you rapping on it.
Righteous.
If I could listen to the instrumental and I'd be like, okay, cool, I can vibe with this, and then you jump on it and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Like it's cool because of the beat.
Yeah.
But then when you start saying, but his flow and yada, nah, like that's why I like listening to the beats first, man. So the fact that the beat, that the Michael Jackson shit hands down was cool, but just the whole vibe of it in general, I rock with it.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank
and what
so
you were
much.
saying, like I can see, I'm gonna definitely listen to it. I'm gonna put it in the truck, man, while I'm out tomorrow. So that
That's
way
cool, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So, I mean, man. So that's another thing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tap in with them, man. Give them all your socials, however they can reach you.
Definitely. Well, the magazine is the big thing for me, the BCR Hip Hop Mag, right? And definitely, I like what y'all was talking about, because we've had like a radio station. Like I like how you got this now, man. I love you got me inspired. Like I love to just spark the radio station back up and just to have you up on that motherfucker running just how you rocking now with the
Yeah.
radio station, you know,
Yo,
pumping
we
the
gonna
music.
lock in, bro. I got your
Yeah.
number, so you know what it is, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. And you know, Cobra the Assassin. I say this. Look, I don't do a lot of social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like them shits. And most again, because I'm married now. You know, I don't look.
You don't
I
want to
was
deal with the messy side of it.
this is really, you know, God still made the moment. You know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for the hip hop festival, I wouldn't even be doing no press. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm real just that focused on my wife. But you know, it's like anybody ever want to reach out on anything, you know, if they reach out, you know, we'll do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just look at it like blessings. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, they can hit you on the Instagram on the magazine.
Yeah. Hit me on. You know what's funny, bro? Like people know me in different ways. So it's like it's people who know me just because of the magazine. If it's about the magazine, I say hit me because of the magazine. You know, if by chance they're watching your podcast and they heard that song and then they like that type of music, then hit me up on the Cobra the Assassin. And then when I get to it, you know, we're dealing music. Because it's cats who only know me from the magazine and have no idea that I make music. But it's also vice versa, where it's people who know me from the music that have no idea I make the magazine. It's like, you know, because it's like I was telling you, it's so personal to me that it's not my goal to make music, you know, to be out in the rat race and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You make it because you want to make it.
Yeah, I made that song because that's just the song I wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, and it's crazy because like I know Ryan or Deuce, and he out there in Denver.
okay.
And they do like a beats bodega to where they just throw on a beat, man, and just let people go crazy. So, I mean, the fact that, you know, you was talking about the drummer and all of that, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to definitely send it to him so that way, you know, lock you in over there.
Dope, man.
Who knows, man? Like, that's the point, man. Like I say, that's the point of me kind of doing this, man, is that, you know, I'm behind the scenes, man. I tell people, man, I don't want to be famous, bro. Like, I want to be on TV, but I don't want to be famous, bro. Like,
I know the feeling.
Yeah, let me just secretly make the bag, man, and kind of be behind certain things. But other than that, man, like I tell people, man, like I'm big on supporting people no matter what it is, man. Like, you know, like Boss D, like I bought some of his merch. Like I'm big on doing all of that, man. So like I say, I'm gonna try to see if we could definitely get out there and support, man. If not, whatever you got going on, man, definitely shoot it to me on Instagram or wherever, man, and we'll definitely promote it, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Cause man, so we could definitely lock in, man, and push the magazine because the fact that it's black owned, you know, we definitely want to push and support that, man, and the fact that it's up against everybody else, like the fact that okay, you got the source right now, that XXL, what is it, freestyle, like. People don't even pay attention to that no more. If you really ask me, like, I mean, so it's basically a market for that, and the fact that, I mean, you got to support your people, man. We the ones that's really gonna give you what it is that you need, man. Like,
righteous.
We're not gonna water nothing down for you. It's not just for the clicks or just for you to buy, just to turn pages. Like, we giving you what it is that you really need, man. So. You definitely got to lock in, man, to the black businesses, man, because they try to shut us out, man, by any means necessary. So
right. And look, if you take the time for me and you, man, off this, you know, if you take the time to check the album out, I'd appreciate your real thoughts on it when you get a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it in the morning. I guarantee you, I by lunchtime tomorrow, I'll be able to shoot you my thoughts on it because I'm gonna listen to it first thing in the morning.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And that's what it's all about to me. You know, that's it. That's it. As far as music, you know, that's it. Right. Thank you so much for everything, brother. I appreciate you.
Hey, man, appreciate you for tapping in, man. Like, I'm like I say, man, I'm here, man. Whatever you need. If you want us to promote anything in the magazine, I mean, I'm here, bro. Like I don't mind tapping in and having conversations with you, whatever you want to brainstorm. Hey man, I'm here, man. That's the point of me doing this, man. So
Thank you,
the
brother.
fact that you down the street is definitely not bad either. So it is.
So look, so you in Houston, my brother actually does the 504 Fest in Houston every year.
Okay.
He got like a award from the city of Houston for being like the originator of it. So and I know we didn't talk a long time, but when he and I talked about for this next year is like I'm just gonna sponsor a different stage at his festival. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So on that weekend I'll be in Houston, and what I'm saying is, hey, we roll out in force. You know what I'm saying? It's like we have a whole stage at his festival, and we can do whatever we want with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, you know, so it's definitely a lot to collab on with anybody who's ready. You know?
Right. Now I'm with you. So yeah, that's kind of like I say, man. That was kind of the point of me doing this, man, is to kind of have different conversations with people, man, because I know a lot of people that deals with music and a lot of different aspects of it. And I mean, I'm behind the scenes, bro. I definitely, like I tell people, I do stuff, man. I don't want to be famous, bro. Like
I feel you.
I'm in it for the money to an extent. Like I just let me live, because everybody have their own vision of what being rich and being all of that is. So I mean, yeah, it's just basically being able, man, to lock people in with certain people that they couldn't get to before, and using this internet for really what it is, man. Like people use it for negativity, man, and it's to the point, man, where you got to use it for what it is. You could definitely meet people through it and meet people across the states, man, to where you're saving money off of flying way over there. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. Appreciate you for tapping in with me.
Thank you for the opportunity, brother.
This is Beats and Blunts. Tell the wife, tell her appreciate it for giving me this time, because I know I gotta go downstairs and hey, we on the same thing, man. So
same thing, brother. Yes.
Yeah. So appreciate y'all time, man. And I'm gonna shoot you all the edits and everything in the morning. Cool. And we gonna lock in, man. So
all right,
definitely look forward to having other conversations with you, bro.
Same here, brother. Peace to you, brother. Blessings.
All right, man. Have a good night, man.
You too, brother.